On last week's episode, we had a go at Lyndon Dykes. This week, we're heralding him. Lyndon Dykes, as Twitterati has now crowned him. Welcome back to Where Blues Walk. Thanks for all your comments last week. We're, of course, looking back at that thrilling ending to the Blackburn game. We're also talking about the summer farewells, the players we've lost in the summer. Should the club have kept some of them? Have they made any errors? And what do we think of the home kit this season? Is it up there in your top 3? This is 20 minutes of Blues chat. Delighted, of course, to have back with us from last week Paul. We've got Jason. Both are huge on Twitter. And, of course, Mr. Birmingham City himself, Adam Lees. How are we doing? Adam, we've got to start with you because you're on holiday last week when you tweeted after that Ipswich game. Let's talk about Lyndon Dykes. I can't stand him. His job's to get rid of the ball. He absolutely does F4, hardly runs, looks tired, and he can't be bothered. Get him gone. Yeah. What are you saying this week?
I mean, wow, he scored 1 goal. I mean, I'm not going to change anything I said at all. I'm telling you now, because I watched him all in League One and he was awful every time he played. He was awful against Ipswich, I thought. Yeah, so it was just written he was going to come on and score his 1 goal for the season. So, yeah, all them blue noses can have that, but I still stand by my word.
Brilliant. Kieran says, limbs everywhere, 98th minute winner, Lyndon Dykes a hero. First win at Ewood Park in 12 years. This football club is back, and Lyndon Dykes, brilliant. Yeah, 7,000 there, Jason, to see that one hit the back of the net. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sum that game up for us.
Oh, it was a rough one, but it came through in the end. I was a very frustrated figure during most of the game, and then when we got the penalty, it was like, okay, let's take a point because we've been pretty poor. But yeah, when that goal went in, it was just fantastic. And like Adam said, he ain't good enough, but he's come up when we needed him. And what a moment, especially with 7,000 blue noses there, incredible.
It's the quickest redemption mark of any series we've had.
Right again next week, but it's average moment.
Yeah, red card coming up. Right, Paul. Yeah, Blackburn fans weren't happy with the penalty, so he threw himself to ground. Are you having that?
I think you've only got to look at the defender's face. They zoomed in on the defender's face, and there was no argument. No, he didn't say anything was wrong. His face said everything it needed to say. For me, it was a penalty. Your man sticks his leg out, and if you leave a leg out hanging, it doesn't matter how much it touches you. If it's there to be fallen over, isn't it? And that's what Ethan Laird's done. If he doesn't stick his leg out, Ethan Laird carries on running through and puts it across the box.
Okay, fair enough. Right, Adam, who did impress for you then, apart from obviously your main man? What have you made of the start to the season? First time we've had a chance to catch up with you properly.
Yeah, I think we're doing well. I think the squad's shaping up nicely. I think we'll get 2 or 3 more in before the window closes, and I think we'll be top 6. I'm going to say it now.
That is a bold prediction, Jason. What you having that?
Mine's even bolder than that. I'm fully on the hype train. People might say I'm delusional, but I just look at this league and I don't think there's tons and tons of quality. The only teams that worry me, to be fair, are Ipswich and Southampton. That's purely off squad depth. You're looking at Leicester, they're probably going to get a point deduction. I think we can genuinely ride this wave, and I don't think this squad's done either, and I think we're going to spend some serious money. I've got us finishing second.
Wow.
In my prediction.
Okay. All right. Let's look at some more takes from the game. Then we've got to talk about goalkeepers as well. There was a save, Paul, which Allsop made, which really kind of obviously, looking back now, obviously also affected the game. Yeah, I mean, there are some fans where Allsop was been such as Hall. I've never been impressed with him, but talk to me about your loving with him.
He's never really put a foot wrong for the Blues, and the one thing that worried me this season was that last season he was one of the best passers of the ball in the league. I think he could have played in midfield for us last season with the way he passed the ball. And the other thing that worried me this season is the better standard of player closing him down. But the first 2 games he ain't put a foot wrong, and then he pulls off a save like that on Saturday. You can't knock the guy. He's doing what he's meant to be doing, and he's making the saves he's meant to be saying. Look, they're pulling off saves, does nothing all game, and then takes his moment and pulls off that save. I think that's the showing of a top keeper, is to not have much to do and then make the saves that are there to be saved. So.
Yeah, spot on. Welcome to the show, Danny. Sorry to jump you a little bit late here. Jakey Boy says, I didn't like that it took us until they scored to get going and pick up the tempo. But when they did score, we started to look and play like we did in the Ipswich and Sheffield United games. Still early days and work to be done, but we are building a great team, and what a comeback. Has Jakey got a point there, Danny, that you did look a bit slow and sluggish until they scored?
Yeah, no, I would totally agree with that. We did definitely was on a bit of a slow foot, but I got to say, even though we was slow, they wasn't creating a whole lot. It's not like we was opening the door for them at all. There was just a couple of slow players. I thought Iwata was a bit slow in the first half. Obviously, Kyoga was non-existent, but there was a couple of good players as well. I thought played pretty well. Stano was obviously all over the place, so we was slow, but we can't be 100 mile an hour every game, can we?
That is a very fair point. To you, Adam, this one, Liam says it's one of the best away days I've had for a long, long time. The love I have for this club, man. We spoke on here 2 years ago, and it was doom gloom. It was the Rooney era. We week in, week out, we're just talking about. Sorry, Adam. To you, this one, Liam says one of the best away days for a long time. The love I have for this club, man, and there's a lot of love in for Blues at the moment. Is this one of the best times you can remember for being a Blue? Given that 2 years ago we were at this point talking about Eustace and then Rooney.
Yeah, honestly, at the minute, you look at the owners, what they're doing, the squad they're building, everything they're putting together. It's definitely a really good time to be a Blues fan at the minute. The owners are backing up what they're saying. And at the minute, it's the only way is up, isn't it? It clearly seems it's showing it on the pitch now, finally. So, yeah, the bad times are behind and only good times in front.
Yeah. Are you getting a sense from the other 23 clubs in this league just how disliked Birmingham City you are? You've become the new Leeds United or becoming the new Leeds United. Does that bother you at all? And, is it fair dinkum when you have kind of the financial backing? And
it don't bother me. It don't bother me at all. I think if anything, that shows we're doing something right, because people who always want to slate the ones they're jealous of in life. So I just look at it as every other team in the league's jealous of our owners. They're jealous of what we're doing, and they don't want to see us succeed. So I love that we're rattling so many cages like we did last season, and bring it on.
Okay. We're heading for a reunion with Gary Rowett, of course, at the weekend with Oxford, which we'll have a chat to Jason about now. But for Adam, thank you very much. We will catch up with you next week. Cheers for that, my friend. Good to see you again. See you shortly.
Thank you. See you soon.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Right, Jason, Oxford up next. And, Gary Rowett, an old friend of the Blues. How do you see this one going?
It's going to be typical Gary Rowett football, isn't it? They're going to be very tough to break down. They're going to be tough to beat, but I don't think the squad depth of Oxford is that good. So I think we should have too much quality, and I think the fact that it's at home is going to play a big part in it. They'll make it difficult like Blackburn, but I just think at some point the quality is going to shine through, and we should beat them. But I went in very confident into Blackburn that we were going to run right on them. So we'll wait and see, but I'm going into it quietly confident, especially with the home factor playing a part.
Yeah. Paul?
Yeah, I don't think Oxford are... Well, I think they've done well in the Championship last season, and they're an okay side. Rowett's footballer, I think he's dreadful. I hate it. Like it when we brought him in towards the end of after Rooney was sacked, and they brought him in, and I just thought, I can't believe this is what we've got to watch again. Like I think his football is terrible, and I think Oxford will come and they'll try, but I don't think they've got the players or the standard of football to kind of do it. Blackburn came against us, and I think they came with the perfect game plan. Their pitch was dry and horrible, so we couldn't pass. They tried to stop anything being played. Everything was stop-start. Wouldn't let us get into our flow. I think that Cantwell, he was their best player by a mile, and when he went off, I think it gave us the chance to sort of put a foothold in, and I don't think Oxford have got anything like that to do anything against us. I think they're a League One side in the Championship, I think, and I think that'll show again on Saturday.
Danny?
Yeah, I agree. I can't see him coming with too much, to be honest with you. Who's really a standout talent in Oxford? You don't really see too much. Can't really see him breaking us down too much. I think we are solid at the back, so I can't think it'd be quite an easy game for us, to be completely honest.
Okay, that might come back to bite you next week. We'll see. Right, let's have a look at the players you've said goodbye to. Moving on away from the footballing side of it, so what the transfer windows. I mean, God, this list is even so small; it can't fit it on the screen. But so large, so it can't fit it all on the screen. But I mean, yeah, with any promotion and relegation, obviously, there's always a turnaround of players. But Jason, for you, were there any on here that you thought the club might have done a bit more to kind of keep hold of, or could have done a job in League One? I mean, we've got Donovan, who's obviously gone to Brentford for money, Yokoyama, Alfie May, obviously in Huddersfield, Kalo, Grant Hanley, etc.
Not really. Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of sentiment towards Alfie May and Bailey, but they all make sense, every single one of them that we let go. The Donovan one, he supposedly had a bad attitude, had a bit of money off him, and that's just pure profit in that sense. Alfie May would have been nice for him to get a chance in the Championship, but like with the ambition these owners have got, I think they've just had to have been ruthless. And if they're not quite good enough, then yeah, see you later. For a few of them, to be fair, even if we weren't looking at going up, I think they would have left anyway. Especially like Longhello. Who else we got here? Dion Sanderson. Good God, thank God he's gone. I don't know if anyone's seen the Derby highlights, but yeah, he didn't have his best game either. But yeah, they all make sense for going. And sad to see May and Bielik go, as they were great for us last season. But we've got ambitions of going to the Premier League this season, let's be honest. And they've got to be ruthless, and they're not going to quite cut it. And they want to play football, which is fair enough.
Okay, Paul, do you agree? Especially when the Alfie May one was must be gut wrenching a bit for him and
I feel mostly sorry for Alfie May more than anything. I think he played well for us last season. He scored a lot of goals for Charlton the season before, but I think if you look at it, he's 32, and I think we looked at it and thought this is the most amount of money we'll get for him. He's only ever going to lose value after last season, and I think it's a good bit of business to move him on. I don't think he's going to score enough goals in the Championship for what we want, and I think we moved him on. And I think the same for Bielik. I think Bielik came in as a centre midfielder, defensive centre midfielder, and got pushed back into centre back. I just don't think he's got it. He's a good centre back in the Championship, but I don't think he's nowhere near as good as Clara or Newman. So I don't think he's going to get in the side. Yeah. And at 27, you've got to look at your own career and think, do I want to play second fiddle in this team, or do I want to go and start in a different team? And that's why I look at Bielik and May. I don't think they were quite good enough to be in this league in the situation that we're on. And for Donovan and the other young lads, I think we're going to progress quicker than we are going to be able to put them in our team. They're not good enough to get in there now, so we're going to grow quicker than they can grow as footballers to be in our side. So making money off of them makes sense because of PSR and all that sort of stuff. It's pure profit, isn't it? It just makes sense. It's all business sense, isn't it? It all makes sense.
It sort of shows how ruthless we've got to be. Sorry, Mark. It sort of shows how ruthless we've got to be anyway, especially with that link. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but that link that's just recently come out of Mitrovic. Can you imagine we let go of Alfie May, then we bring in Mitrovic? Granted, it looks highly unlikely, but the fact that we're being linked with him by pretty credible sources, it just shows where we're at and where we're going as a club.
Yeah, good point. Danny, any for you?
Nah, it's probably just echoing the same post, to be honest with you.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Derby fans, by the way, would want you 6 Anderson back already, given the.
I got to admit, I am most gutted about Bielik. I did love Bielik. I thought he could have still done a job for us as a backup, but obviously he wants to play first team football, so it's understandable.
Yeah, West Brom obviously delighted to have him on ranks. Brilliant. Right, finally this week then, the home shirt. We're reviewing all the shirts over the next coming weeks or so. It's I mean, there's not really much, Jason, you could do with a blue shirt, is it? It's a bit of blue, bit of white, and can't really go wrong with it. Where is it for you? Is it in your top 3 shirts?
The 3 that we've released.
Well, top 3 of all time, I suppose.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. It's okay. It does the job. But look, the gold on the badge is nice, but I just feel like for a 150-year anniversary kit, for a supposed bespoke kit as well, I just think there could have been a little bit more. The blue shorts, blue socks, and blue top all look quite nice where it's as one, but I don't know. I think I was expecting just a little bit more. Like it's nice. It's just a nice shirt, but it's nothing fantastic. I'll still buy it because it's the blue shirt, but yeah. It's just okay. We've definitely had better out there, and I thought they would have done more with it, especially again with it being a bespoke kit.
Yeah, Nike don't really put much effort into their kits. I mean, if you look at Hummel and others that are doing some nice ones. I mean, the size of the sports brand, Paul, I've always thought it's some of a bit lazy effort. So I don't know what your thoughts are on it.
I think they're just about making money, aren't they? So they call it bespoke, but it's a template, isn't it? That any team can go and pick from. A blue top with some gold trim. There's nothing special about it, and I don't like it. It's not. A Blues home kit should be blue and white. I know it's for an anniversary and all that sort of stuff, but I just want a blue. I want it. I don't want to mess about with it. If you wanted to do something special, go back to a penguin kit or pick something out from the past and do something special that way. A bit of gold trim around the badge for me just doesn't. It's not what I like.
Danny?
I would have loved that as well, but take it back to a penguin kit or something outside the box, not just everything. Just slap a bit of gold around it. It's nothing stand out, is it really? It's nice. Don't get it twisted. It's not as good as a Blues kit in it, but it's nothing special.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, that concludes this week's episode. Then next week we'll of course be looking back on the Oxford results and also talking about the away kits as well, and looking at the transfers coming in as well. Thank you very much. There's obviously lots of longer Birmingham podcasts out there, but if you can fit in 15 to 20 minutes where you can download us on Spotify on a Monday morning and watch us on YouTube on a Monday evening, we'd be delighted to have your company. Thanks for all the comments last week. We'll get to put some of those into next week's episode as well. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the Oxford game, guys. This is looking like it's going to be a successful season so far.
Fingers crossed.
KRO. See you next week.
Hey guys.